Welcome to another episode of Real Shit Let's Talk podcast. Man, I got my friend, the boss, six-figure strategist, Miss Neisha in the building. How you doing today?
I'm doing amazing, and I'm so blessed to be here and honored that you reached out to invite me here. So I'm super excited.
Hey, man, I had to. I saw the message that you gave to the masses. It was like something that resonated with my spirit, and I said, hey, if it's divine spirit, I got to connect, and you put me in the right direction. So, hey, I'm glad you're here. So let's get into a little bit about you real quick.
Where you want to start?
Let's start 2015.
Okay, let's start 2015. So 2015, I started my entrepreneurship journey. I started a boutique. The name of this boutique was Entourage 1215. I had this group of friends that I thought was my friends. 1215 is my birthday, December 15th. So that's how I came up with that. And I thought that it was very easy to do. I would see a lot of different things on Instagram and like, okay, I could post this, I could do this. If all I have to do is post clothes, then I can actually sell the clothes. Mm-hmm. However, it's more to that. I did not have any guidance. I didn't have any mentorship. I did not know how to run a business. I just knew that I wanted to be successful, and I was tired of living check to check and robbing Peter to pay Paul. Never met Peter or Paul, but robbing Peter to pay Paul, right? So I started this online boutique. The boutique failed because, once again, no marketing strategies, did not even know how to market, did not have a mentor, somebody that could lead me and guide me. And my problem was I was looking to my friends for advice, but they didn't have a business. So how they gonna tell me what to do, right? So the business went downhill because I felt that the business didn't work for me. And it's not that the business didn't work for me. I wasn't working for the business correctly. So I started working in social services for Department of Mental Health.
Okay, mental health.
Yes, I started working in social services for Department of Mental Health. Still living check to check, and you would think you're making some money as a social worker working in the Department of Mental Health, but honestly, we got paid the less. So I said, this is not it. I started to do a finance company, and I started working in finances. I started helping families build wealth and create legacies for their family, and also getting them life insurance, setting them up with mutual funds and investments. I did that for extra money. That right there helped me build mental toughness. That right there helped me build how to show up, discipline, to read books. So that started to get me to where I am now. So then I said, I'm gonna go back at this entrepreneurship. And I never told this to nobody. And I'm actually about to say this right now. I never told this to nobody. Exclusive. I never said this. So I said, you know what? I'm getting back into business. And I'm gonna start my boutique back. I started it. The website was amazing. It was great. Still, no business coach, no marketing skills, but everything it looked very, very professional from other different things. So what I started to do was implement things that I learned from the finance company into this business. But then I realized, like, this is not even really what I wanted to do in the first place. I started this because I thought it was just a quick way to make some extra money. But you got to do things you're passionate about and not things that you just feel like is a quick way to make some extra money. So I started my business, Alluring Curves, which I actually just rebranded to Six-Figure Strategist. So, all right, so I started Alluring Curves in 2020, and everything that I learned from the finance company, now I've built relationships. I've had a business coach. I had Yandy as my business coach, and when I tell you the information that she gave me, I turned around and made $101,000 in 30 days. And I was like, okay.
Listen, cut me the check.
I said, okay.
You sold me already.
I said, okay, hold on. But see, the problem was I have never made this much money in my life. I told you guys I went robbing Peter to pay Paul, living check to check. I never made that much money in my life, right? So I said, especially in a short period of time. So when I started Alluring Curves, I did everything I needed to do. I made $30,000 in 30 days. In 90 days, we did $163,000 or $62,000. And then our second year, we hit our million. Our first million. And lost it. Yes, I did. It's people like, oh, she made $1 million. It's very possible to lose it. You gotta make sure you have financial responsibility. Then that's a whole nother. The more money you make, then that's when you gotta start having more other people in place. You gotta have a CPA over here telling you what to do for this. You gotta have other people over here telling you, okay, this is how much you have to put back into your business. Put 20% of this or do this. So Yandy taught me how to make some money too as well. and understand the business part. But then I still needed more help. So then I booked her again, right? I think I had her for like I booked her twice for a mentorship. And then when I got into Donnie Wiggins' mentorship, oh, it's on.
That was the beast.
It's on. Because I thought that Donnie was going to start me of making money. Donnie started off right here.
Mentally.
Yep, mentally. So both of the coaches was great because, okay, now I know how to make the money. I know how to do this and invest things here, but it was still here. I'm reading books even more.
Okay.
Yes, I'm collaborating even more. I'm doing more events more. I'm expanding more. I'm just growing and growing and growing. And honestly, I still don't know everything because that's why I still have a coach, right? So, okay, yeah, I made this amount of money, but how do I make more than that? How do I get this? How do I get that? So that's pretty much my story of where I am now. And just to piggyback real fast, I want to talk about the rebrand. So Allure and Curve started off as a spa, and we did non-invasive services and also aesthetic services too as well. I also started teaching, and I started traveling to multiple different states and speaking and teaching, right? So then my focus transitioned to 100% on the educator side. So now when you think about Allure and Curves, it no longer aligns what it is that I'm doing. So when you look at my page, you may seem confused. You hear curves, you think of the body, you think of services. We're no longer doing that. No touch, all talk. No touch. I'm talking, I'm speaking, I'm motivating and inspiring others to do the same thing, right? So now that's what brought the rebrand to Six Figure Strategies.
So you lost the money.
Oh.
Made the money. Lost the money.
Yes, I lost my first million.
How did that affect you, like, mentally? Like, did you spiral down? Because most people that lose money, you know, after, like, failure after failure, they tend to, like, kind of, like, go within a wave, and it's like, oh, but I'm going down, and then they're going down in silence versus, like you said, you reached out or you talked to your coaches again, and getting that strategy built back up or that confidence back up. How did you handle that mentally?
Mentally, due to the fact that I felt that if I didn't have the mental toughness that I had or surrounded myself around the group of people I needed to be around, the right people you need to be around, I probably would have took it a different way. But due to the fact that I was mentally tough, and I still have some more to go, some more toughness to go, right? Everybody does. I felt that it really affected me, but I still had to show up. And the reason why is because it's either I'm going to win or win. I don't even think either we win or lose. You already lost because you spoke it. You already said that. You already put it in the universe. So it's either you win or you win. And I always remember my why, which was my child. I like, what are we going to do? If I decide to give up, I'm going to go back and work a 9 to 5. What am I supposed to do? Sell my house that I had built from the ground up? What am I supposed to do? So it's either you win or you win. And it of course, I'm human. I've cried about it, but I don't spend all day crying. I'm going to cry for a second, and then I'm not going to spend all day crying.
Is that the Sagittarius season?
Ooh, probably. A little fire there.
Okay. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. So, talking about losses and winning and different strategies, I feel like for me, when it comes down to it, it's people see the ambiance of the outcome, but they don't understand what it took to get to this point. And not a lot of people actually share the true story of how we got there. Or like the steps of, hey, I'm picking up soda cans and I'm going to drop that off. And they gonna give me $10, but I'm gonna take the $10 and I'm gonna get a squeegee, and then I'm washing windows as it stopped at the traffic light, and yeah, they ain't paying me nothing, but they gonna remember, hey, the guy was out, he's always, washing the windows, man. And one day somebody gonna land $100 in my pocket, and once they land $100, I'm gonna take that $100. Guess what? I'm gonna buy a bracelet, and I'm gonna call, hey, the window washing man, and then boom, hey, I got one bracelet for $5, or you can get 4 for $20 or something like that. Make a little deal, because what I've also learned is we're not willing to really share like the real gritty and the shit that we actually go through mentally, emotionally, physically, even to the point of where our families are really our downfall. I heard some today. A guy he spit like a little rapper, and in the story, his woman stayed with him the whole time of him actually being in the streets, selling drugs, robbing people, and doing all these things. To got a phone call, cuz like, hey, they got this. I had to get this lick. We about to go do it. You down? He was finna chill at home with his old lady, and she was like, you should stay home. Don't worry about that money. We gonna make it somehow. He was like, no. He didn't even kiss him goodbye. He said, I gotta go get it. He left, pulled up to the store, picked up his cousin, and they went to the spot on another side of town. Walked to the building, you know, people, you got your gun on you or something like that. Pull up and say, all right, where you at, man? Where they at? His cousin pulled out a 40 caliber shot in the neck and in the stomach, and took his cash, took off, but his phone was ringing the whole time, and it was baby mama calling him.
Oh my goodness!
Just tell him, like, I need you to be okay. Just get that. I really don't think you should go. And he lost his life, over $2,000.
Over $2,000. See, you know what? You said a few different things here that I would like to talk about. I want to go back to when you said the hustle that you have to do. People see the glimpse, but they don't see the things behind it. And I would like to say that I would like to touch bases on that, because some people that can see it and some people that can't. But goes back to making sure you have the right people around you too as well, because the people that can't see it that's around you, you got to let those people go, because those people going to hold you down, or they may not understand, because God gave me this vision, not you. And when I was talking to him about it, it wasn't a conference call. So of course you're not going to understand it, right? I felt that I've been in situations too as well, even like with family, losing money too as well. There's been times to where I'm like, okay, I'm the first person in my family to hit 6 and 7 figures. I'm the first person in my family to have property outside of the grandparents. I'm the only person in my family that has property outside of the grandparents. So I said, okay, it's my responsibility to make sure that my family is okay. So I feel that it got to a certain point to where it was like, okay, I'm gonna take care of this, or I'm gonna help you do this, or I'm gonna help you do this. And guess who was always left behind? Like, why did you do that? Or why? Like, just why? Or I've gotten stabbed in the back behind this. I didn't lost so much money behind family and friends, to be honest with you. That's how I lost the first million. And it had nothing to do with, and I'm not gonna blame it 100% on the family and friends, but also it was no financial discipline there either. You know, so like 50-50 in. But when you said people do not see the hustle, or people have to do certain things that they don't want to do to get where they are, I seen a man on the side of the freeway selling roses, and he had 10 roses, and it was like maybe like 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm getting off the freeway. He's there. And I said, let me buy roses for myself. So I said, I'm buying myself some roses. And I said, can I get some roses? And he said, how many you want? I said, I just want one. And he said, okay. I said, how long you been out here? I said, it's getting late. He said, I'm not going home until I sell all these roses. He said, I have to be out here for my family. I said, I want all the roses that you have right there. And then he went home. And the reason why I did that is because of what he said. People don't understand it. So that means if it would have took him to 10 p.m. to go home to his family just to sell the rest of these, and he been out here all day, if you could change somebody else's life, why not? And I just feel like a lot of people don't do what's necessary to take those steps. Like, people laugh at the CD man. When they, you remember, we couldn't even go to a liquor store. It's like, hey, you want some CDs? You want some DVDs? Anywhere you go, somebody trying to sell you something. And it's like, now that I'm an entrepreneur, serial entrepreneur, I do understand the hustle. I may not understand the approach people approach you at times, because we were in a mall. This man almost chased us down yesterday. I want to turn around and be like, the answer is just no at this point, because I feel like it's not what you do, it's how you do it. It's not what you say, it's how you say it too as well. But as a serial entrepreneur, I understand why those people were out there selling those CDs, selling those DVDs, selling those incense or whatever, roses, oranges, it doesn't matter. I understand the hustle. I really understand it, and I applaud anybody that's doing it.
I definitely, like I say, I applaud everybody that's doing it. And it's just like, again, piggybacking off of something you said, when it comes down, when you bought the roses, that reminds me of the people that are on the side of the road, homeless, less fortunate, and different things of that nature. So sometimes, like, I'm not going to say everybody, but I have learned to, if it was my last, I'll give it anyway. Because God always says, if you bless those who bless, like, bestowed upon yourself, it might not be 100% correct in the verbiage of God, but I learned that if I have $5 or it's my last 20 and I give it to that person, I'm giving it from the heart and not to receive anything from them. I know that the blessing will happen later on down the road. And you said spoke to something with kids. You have a child?
Yes.
Have
One. Yes. One and done. 16.
One and done. All right.
Just so we clear.
I know. Well, anyways, you know. Okay, cool. One and done. But
You know what?
go ahead.
Hold on. Let me rewind. Hold on. Let me rewind. I don't want to say one and done because I don't know what God has in store for me, honestly. I don't know what God has in store for me. So if that's something that God chooses to do and blesses me and my family with, then I'm all for taking the blessing. However, I'm just not out. My son is 16 years old, so I'm not just like, hey, I'm finna go have another. That's really starting all over. But if that's in God's plan, that's in God's plan. So I take that bet one and done.
All right, guys. So y'all know what y'all got to do, right? Blow them DMs up.
No,
I'm just
I don't even check them.
Trust me, she don't. But I say this. We say there's also a naked hustle, right? Where you might have your bonnet, your sweat suit on or whatever like that, and you're just walking to Walmart. But you know that what you got to get out of Walmart is something simple, but it's going to help either you in the business or it's helping your crew. It's like, hey, you know what, today they always say they don't have snacks and they always tired. So, I got coffee, instant coffee, put some snacks in the car, and then you see somebody there, then you know who's always at Walmart? The Girl Scouts. It's something about the Girl Scout cookies that stops you.
Yes.
And you'll be like, well, let me get them oatmeals. Oh, wait, you got the Winter Dooms? Oh, let me get that too. And now you wind up spending $50 that you didn't come to spend. However, knowing that you got it and it ain't hurting you, it's a whole nother icing on the cake that we don't really touch on either. It's like, take it for instance, you go on a trip. You know how much money you're gonna spend, but you know you got it. That's a feeling I like. I like to know when I pull up, I'm gonna eat what I want, I'm gonna go where I want, I'm gonna drink where I drink, and it's not gonna bother me. And I also know too that, like I said, I need to work on financial strategies, because having multiple streams of income coming in at one time, it can seem aesthetically pleasing. However, if you don't monitor the money, you'll lose the money.
Yes.
And it's so crazy that money goes like this, but trying to make it, it's like a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit here. So you'll take this $500, and if you say your son is needy, you be like, hey mom, prom and da-da-da-da, I want this, I want that, you got this and you got that. The same 500, you gotta take it over here and multiply it, double it, and triple it for your son. And now you're thinking, man, you understand what I did for $500. I just made this $500 in 30 minutes, 2 hours. Now it's gone. How can I make it back? Or how can I double and 10x what this is to make sure that not only am I able to give you the whole piece of the pie, but I'm going to multiply it so that you ain't got to come back, but if you did, I got you. And that's like saving money for a rainy day. What do you do in your rainy days or your hard times? do you lean on your friends, or do you like kind of like fellowship in a like where you have to meditate and isolate yourself from the world?
So when it comes to hard times, like honestly, I have a really good support system. So let's see. So for one, I had to talk to God first before I talk to anybody.
God.
God. Like I have to talk to God first before anybody, and it's very good to you have to be really connected, because I want to be obedient and making sure I'm listening to what it is I'm supposed to do. And when I ask for discernment, I got to make sure that I see it clearly too as well of what's going on. So I'm praying, I am meditating, but I try to prevent some of those things from happening. If I could prevent it from happening, I can, because it goes back to talk about financial stability. So before, I would be like, Mom, like, or I'll be like, Des, or I'll be like, I will try to figure out, but now at this point, okay, things happen, and now you learn from that, and now at this point it's like, okay, you got to prevent this stuff from happening. But before that, you got to have a support system. You have to have you have to be a prayer warrior, because entrepreneurship will beat your ass. And I'm so wait, can we cut some here?
It's real shit.
Real shit. Entrepreneurship will beat your ass. So I'm like, you have to be very mentally tough, and you have to be just prepared. But hard times, don't let a hard time humble you. It's going to happen. It's supposed to happen, because that's going to show, that builds character. That shows not just character, but it also shows how bad you really want it. Like everybody, if I say right now, you want $1 million right now, you think I'm just gonna give you $1 million?
I mean, listen. If you give it to me, I know how to make $2 million right now.
If somebody be like, if somebody be like, hey, you want $1 million, or hey, you want to, like, what are you gonna do for that? Like, you have to like just work for it. Hard times is gonna come. People got bigger shit right now. Like I feel like the more money you make, the more problems you have.
I agree to disagree. Let me tell you why.
I agree, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Because if you, let's say, like you said, you give me $1 million. Mm-hmm. You say, hey, here's $1 million. In 30 days, if you hadn't made your $1 million, I want my $1 million back. That's the ideal contract. If you don't make it. If you don't make your $1 million, turn this $1 million into $2 million, which essentially you made your $1 million and you front it, and I'm giving it back to you. Basically, I got 30 days to turn this $1 million into $2 million. I know how to do it. I'm gonna take that deal, because it's gonna show me what am I willing to do. I can't spend it. You said I can't spend it on luxury, can't spend it on food, can't spend it on family, can't do nothing. I need to make this $1 million stick. Cool. Because of me, I'll sell water to a fish, salt to a snail, I'll sell honey to a bee. Whatever it takes to make it happen. If I'm out here cleaning toilet seats, I'm gonna go make this $1 million back, and I'm gonna show you not only did I make $1 million, I'm gonna make $1 million plus, so that when I give you that $1 million back, I got 1.5 now, and I'm on the corner to my 2. So when I show that, it's like what's really in me. It's like the divine spirit of a hustle, and it's not ever giving up, because there's something bigger, there's something more. And I'm not a big clubber, not a big drinker.
Maybe.
I don't have a lot of outside friends. I have a group of 5 people, and majority everybody in my 5-set network are married, with except one person that's single. And so when it comes to having single friends and married friends, you get the balance of both. But they all like engineers and CFOs and stuff like that. So they're up there. So they're making top dollars. And I'm like, man, every time I come up with an idea, I'm shooting at them. They like it. And they're like, yeah, I like it. What's next? They always know something's coming next. So, but then the downfall is, I don't know what it is to not have in the sense of $1 million. I don't know how it feels. I don't know that I'll be like walking around, I'm a millionaire and I got all this fancy jewelry. I don't think so. That's not really me. So I gotta keep it basic, keep it simple. I would know that I'm humble, but I also don't have a problem, dressing down. I go right to the store and dress it down, look nice for whatever it takes to get to that level. And I'm glad that we are friends because, like I was telling D Boogie, I was telling him, I said, I got a millionaire friend. And some people came up before you got here. It was kind of good that you was a little late, so that worked. Because a lot of people was coming up, hey, what are you doing this, that, and the third? And I got this $1 million friend, entrepreneur that is just a go-getter. Like, she's relentless, she's brilliant, she's audacious. She has the mindset that would hurt a man's integrity and also put fear in the masses of women who would want to be like her, but then they would hate on her. And they're like, oh man, that's good. I can't wait to see that. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I see where $1 million can go to your head, this, that, and the third. I have more important things that I need to pay for. I like to say, the kids come first. So that's always going to be in the forefront. Like, I don't mind eating peanut butter and jelly sandwich for 30 days, 60 days. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind. I don't eat beef or pork, so I don't mind making a little tuna salad, eating healthy and just that and the third, just drink water, no spinach, splurging like that. But you said something also as well, that when you lost it, you got your mind. So I believe that it's mindset, right? Mm-hmm. And you got to have the right mindset. Mm-hmm. If you have the right mindset, I think, and I don't think I know that the right mindset and God on top of everything, He will see you through it, and God will give you two things. He will give you the heart of discernment and the vision, but also that surrounds that whole thing is blind faith. And if you use that blind faith to be like, I don't know how this is going to turn out. I don't know how this podcast is going to turn out, period. I don't. But I know that I got something. And I know that the name is going to catch the attention of everybody around me. Or when I present it, I don't mind talking to him, them, or they. But I understand that even if 1,000 no's, all I need is one yes. And like in podcasting, we look at it as people are going to pour in money and keep giving you money. It don't work like that. It really don't work like that. The setup today, paid for out of my pocket. But the guests who I have and the connections that I have is like family. So it's like, hey, I mean business. Took me 8.5 hours to get here by car. I really like to fly. But that's how much it means to me.
Oh my.
So when you do something with intentionality, your audacious goals go far beyond what your heart's desire. And you gotta really want it.
Oh my God. See what you doing, y'all? I'm over here. Somebody got some tissue? Jesus, I'm trying my best not to mess up my makeup, but keep going. It's just what you're saying. Like, you're dedicated to this. You're dedicated to what you're saying, and I love the fact that you can see it, but you gotta see it before you believe it. You said, I don't know where this is going, but it's going you're dedicated. You said it's going somewhere. You gotta believe it before you can see it. I was telling myself in my head, oh, I already made $1 million. I was telling myself that before I hit the first one, and it happened. Like, and I'm really excited, and I'm happy for you. When I tell you I'm happy, I am happy for you.
Yes, man. I appreciate it, man. It's just it's. I tell you this. I've been homeless before, but nobody knew. I made it look good. I drove to work on an empty tank of gas, knowing that I still have to go to the daycare and pay this lady for the daycare fee. And that was a humbling experience in the sense of I knew that I didn't have it. And I told her, I said, this check really is for my rent. I can't afford, I bought diapers, I bought some formula, I bought this, I paid for a subscription. That's all the money that I have. If you could just give me next week, I'll give you my whole check, but I have to have somewhere to live. And she understood, and she said that you're coming to me as a man, and she knew how hard it was. One thing about, I can say this to the people, as a man, you have to be able to admit that you're wrong. You have to be able to admit that you don't have, but that you cannot fulfill that true desire or destiny at that moment. And once you realize that, and then speaking into the masses or speaking into a woman, you speak life into that woman by telling her the truth. You speak life into yourself by being honest with self. And when it comes to being with self, your divine spirit touches everybody around you. And it taught me that, I believe that for me, during that time and that period, the struggle was more mental and emotional because nobody checked on my mental.
Yep.
Nobody asked me, hey, you know, I know you got a child, I know this is that, but are you okay? I would take the meals that we would get from work, and that would be my dinner.
Wow.
Or I would save it so that the next day that would be my breakfast, because I know that I still got peanut butter jelly, so that'll supplement some stuff. I still got a little rice, I still got a little grits. I can make it happen. Mama always taught me how to make a poor man's meal. Just because you make a poor man's meal doesn't mean you're poor, but you have the necessities to survive. And then when you make the money, then you can thrive. But I've come to this 2024 year. It started in 2021 to 2023. I'm gonna eat what I want to eat. I'm gonna go, and I'm always gonna prepare for that.
Yeah.
But in my heart, I don't understand a lot, because as like I told you before, with this podcast, I'm learning as I go, but I put one foot in front of the other. And one of the biggest things that I did was, like, my trailer went pretty well. Like that was like over like 82 downloads, or I might took like 100 or something. But I set a goal. I picked it up back on February 1st, and when I dropped the trailer, I was nervous. It took me about 15, 20 takes to make that one trailer, but something that people always say, practice. People think that, like, you can just wake up in the next day and just make it happen, or it just fell in your lap like that. And it's not about the jewelry. It's not about the girls or the guys. It's not about the fame. It's about that person. So when reaching out to you, I said to myself, like, I had a mentor. I got Brandon Boyd, David Shands, and somebody else, I can't remember at the top of my head, but there's something that they said, and it was like, I just went online, like, and I just saw it. And when I saw your other interview,
Which one?
you was talking, hey, you a businessman, you stand on business, you know what I'm saying? And you just gotta go get it, and you don't care who in your way. It's like whatever in my way, God remove the people that are not meant for me. God remove the hurt from my heart. God remove my negative mindset, because I can't survive another day like this. I can't survive another time period like this, because if I don't make it, I don't have a fallback plan. I don't have savings enough to carry me over to the next month or this, that, and the third. I gotta go out and make it happen. So that's one of the things, like I said, I saw in you. I saw that a woman that has said, hey, I got 2 sticks. All right, boom. I got a little bit of hay. Boom. All right, got a little bit of smoke. Okay, now we smoking. All right, everybody see all the smoke. Boom. Next thing you know, I built a whole fire. And so what makes you so aesthetically pleasing is your drive, how you go and get it, and then you come back and you teach the masses. And so, like, when reaching out, I set a goal that it's like that for like 1 hour, 2 hours online, and I saw it, and so I reached out to you, and I saw somebody else, I reached out to them, I saw somebody else, and I reached out to them, and I saw it, and I just kept going, and like, a lot of people didn't respond, a lot of people said go to your assistant, I went to a lot of people's assistant, they ain't help me, they just was like, oh, okay, thank you, I appreciate it, the content is fire, and it was like, thank you, I appreciate it, and that was it. And so, a lot of times, people won't invest in you, but people want you to invest in them. And so when it comes down to like the mentorships, it shows me, like, I see all these people that have big mentorships and different things that I hate. It's 50,000 for me. Okay, but what's coming with the 50,000? Because I don't have 50,000 liquid anymore. I just used that to get to this point, and now I only got 10. Now I only got 5. Hey, I only got $100. But something that you can say to help me or point me in the right direction can help me grow. And that's what I think with our culture. We don't sit there and say, excuse my terms, we don't say, nigga, listen, fuck what the banks are saying,
yeah.
fuck what your friends are doing, come in and watch me. Here, I'm gonna put $20,000 in your pocket. So what we gonna do? Now, take 5, take care of your family, do everything you need to do. But the rest of that 15, we finna invest. Nobody's teaching the way you're teaching. Nobody's putting that little to it. So that's what, like, me, I saw it, and I envisioned this moment. And I was talking to D Boogie. I was telling her, I said, man, she needs this, man, because, you know, she's like the person that you, like, it's like me meeting the president when I reached out to him.
Oh my God.
So it was like, it was a shot in the dark, but I felt like I'm gonna hit my target, and I kept the faith. I did pray about it. I said, if anybody reaches back, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to go and make it happen. And I was telling him, I said, but it's gotta be this, man. I need this place, but you know, I can go to the Rich Carlton, but they might tell me, you know, whoop, whoop, I ain't staying there, but I look like I'm, you know, over there, and I gotta pay for valet, and I pay for her to show her that I really want her here. And he was like, bro, if it's in your heart and it's in your divine spirit, whatever is in God's will, it will happen. I was like, but man, she might need this and this, that, and the third. And I was like, he's like, bro, just take it easy. You'll figure this out. There's 1,001 places to go. But if you don't want to drive way over here on the other side of town, and you want to drive way over there on the other side of town, just for your message, you're doing more of this on the outside than believing in yourself on the inside. And I sat on it. We ain't talked 2 weeks. We ain't talking like 2 weeks. Cause I had to sit on it. And when your sister reached out, I already plugged it in. I was like, yeah, we set. And I reached out to him. He reached back out to me. We was set. And I said, well, God, I ain't got it. I don't have the answer. So I said, I asked the lady when I came in, I said, because your sister said you needed a conference room. I said, well, I asked the lady, I was like, hey, it's gonna cost you. You gotta speak to the sales department. Told her I don't got it. So I can't worry about it. And I just remember what P. Boogie was telling me. And it's just like, hey, if it's in your heart, man, and you mean well, it's gonna all flow together. So that's how we are here today. But I say again, from the heart, I want it bad enough. I'm just not fully there yet. And when I arrive, I still want to touch back and bring some other people. There was a little kid here, 21. He didn't know about David Letterman and like him interviewing Jay-Z. He's like, man, I'm just 21. And he said he wanted to get out of Jackson, Mississippi. There's no way out. Said there's always a way out. Whether you rap or act, hey, tell them you want to come back to Atlanta. Somebody will believe it, but you gotta first start believing in yourself. And again, back to you. That's what I saw in you, believing in yourself. You kept standing on business. You kept shining like the diamond you are. You kept making less excuses. You had more divine direction with a purpose. And so when you had that purpose, it's like, I would say, piss poor decisions lead to piss poor performance. And
Ooh, say that one more time.
piss poor decisions lead to piss poor.
Oh, no.
Dang, you make me lose it. You make me lose it. But piss poor decisions lead to piss poor. Dang.
You was on the road. They got it though. Even if they gotta rewind it,
Dang,
you
you
heard
choked
what
me
he
up on
said.
that.
You heard what he said.
Dang, you told me. I was about to run with that one. Okay,
Dang.
but I'll run it like this. Because in the decision makings that you've made, in some of the interviews that you had, and some of the places and the masses of women or men that you coached and mentored and talked to, it was again, piss poor performance leads to piss poor decisions. And piss poor decisions out to the masses will leave you down. And everything isn't for everybody, and everybody isn't for everything. And your purpose, for me, for what I saw, is a divine woman who any man or woman can't just approach you. They can talk a good game, they can have a little bit of fame, they can have even a little bit of money, but it's not the money that makes them, it's their spirit. And if their spirit's in the right place, if their mindset's in the right place, we can talk about money all day long. We can spend money all day long. However, when it comes down to it, it's, can I trust you? I don't know if I can trust anybody. I trust myself. But I know that I believe once your assistant, for me, this was the green light. Once your assistant emailed me back, I mean, it took a little minute, but hey, got back to me. And you told me 24, 48 hours, and I think 48 hours hit, and then it was in the 72, and I was like, all right, this is a good. But I prayed about it. Prayer changes things. Don't have a lot of money, but I'm willing to invest everything I have in myself, because if I don't do it, nobody else will. But for you, hey, I love it. So back to your mentorship with Andy. I met you.
You did.
We got a picture and everything, because I have a clothing brand, as I told you, Audi 360, which means aiming up to improve. And I went to her big black pop-up shop there in the underground near Crepes and her thing. And hey, we did good.
I love that.
We did good. We took pictures and stuff like that. And my following wasn't up there, but what I was able to do was I went, the Cumberland Mall and then the mall in Buckhead. Status Jury?
No.
But Status Jury is people that just give rappers and all people like Spencer Jury and stuff like that. I got his whole team to come out off the strip of me. So that's what I said when I said they came with that shit on. They had everything on. It was bling blah, and I was like, well, shit, I need some. Y'all want to throw me a little something? But one guy told me something. He said, I don't give a fuck about what's going on around here. What's you about, man? This is what we came here for. So everybody's just seeing, taking pictures, and everybody's wondering how did they come. He's like, and I had a booth no bigger than where you're sitting at. And I was like, this is what it takes. You put yourself out there. When I talked to him, I told him, I said, hey, this pop-up shop is the one that's going to be for the masses. Guess who's going to be there? Me. Guess which? This is why you need to be there. Because it's about me, and I'm finna shine like nobody's ever been before. And he talked, put me with his assistant, and we were done. But you, back to you again, you done built a house. You done moved from Cali.
No, I'm still in Cali, but
Okay,
I will
still.
I will be transitioning to
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
I like
Yeah.
it. Why now? Why? Why would you come to Atlanta?
I want something new. I've been wanting to come to Atlanta for a while. I love that Atlanta is black, entrepreneurship, top. This is where I'm supposed to be. This is where I'm supposed to be. And believe it or not, I'm from California, but I make the most money. You would think I live here already. I just made money yesterday. My website is not even up yet. Well, it's up, but I didn't push I haven't displayed it to for everyone yet to launch. to certain people, I was thinking of like different little strategies and stuff. I made money yesterday in Atlanta in like what 10 minutes, just a 10-minute conversation, $1,800. 10 minutes. I make the most money here. You would think I already live here, but so I had the house built there in California. That's my son's home, so that home is to never be sold. It has to stay in this family because, once again, I'm the only person in the family that has property, that has actually purchased property outside of the grandparents. So this is huge for me. This is a legacy for me. I didn't come like what people see now. No, I grew up in low income housing, South Central, okay, crib area. It's either you become the product of the environment or you change it. And now people that grew up with me, they cheer for me, they see where I'm at, they share my stuff. It's a different feeling. So what I'm doing, I have to keep doing, because what I'm supposed to go back to? 7850 South Normia, apartment 61? No. No. I'm not doing that. So I started off, I just was like, I don't want to live, I don't want to do this. Like my mom is still a nurse to this day. I told my mom, it's time for you to retire. I'll match whatever it is they giving you. She's a nurse. She's been a nurse before I was born. She loved helping people. I don't even see her stop nursing. But my mother was a single parent and she worked 2 jobs. For me and my brother, I seen her work so hard. In my family, they teach the women. I've never seen a woman in my family sit at home and not work. None of them. That my grandma, because they teach you that. They teach you got to go to school, you got to work, you got to get a job, you got to work. I don't care if you got to work 2 or 3 of them. You have to do this to provide for your family. And I love that. And that's also installed in me, but I'm not doing that. I am going to work smarter. And no disrespect to my mother and any of the women in my family, because that's my grandmother, that legacy, that work ethic is in me. But I just want to apply it in a different way. You see what I'm saying? I want to apply that in a different way. I don't want to work 2 and 3 jobs. I don't want to do that. But I understood why she did it. So we'll be okay. We wasn't poor. We just lived up in low income housing. We wasn't poor. I still had Jordans. I, still did things, but this life that I live now, that I've built for myself, I'm not letting anybody take me back to where I've leveled up from. I'm not allowing I'm not dimming down my shine to make somebody else feel comfortable. I'm not doing that. I am building this business. I'm building. I see myself like what I see right now. I see myself so big, because you have to believe it before you see it. And it's either you gonna be on my train or you in my fucking way, and I'm gonna run your ass over. That's just how it is, because I'm not going back. So I'm breaking the generational curse now. My nephew, TT, can you show me how to build a business? TT, can you show me this? TT, can you? Kids are now in my family asking me to help them with a business. I broke that cycle, because normally kids, I gotta get a job, I gotta do this, which is good, get some discipline, but now it's like they see this. They see my little cousin come. He sit in my chair in my office. He like, oh, it feel good. I'm like, sit in this chair. You want me to take a picture of you? I want him to know what it feels like. I didn't have those things because nobody in my family were doing these things. So now I'm changing that. So I don't even remember what the hell the question was, to be honest with you, but I'm just going. I don't even remember what the hell the question is. I was just like, I'm just on a mission. I'm just on a mission.
So now, is that a mission for the potential of a spouse or somebody else to come along and help you get to that way? Or are you on that train doing it by myself, for myself, until you reach a critical point?
So, oh Lord Jesus Christ. I don't want to do anything by myself. And I don't want to do anything by myself. I want to have a team. Like, I want to, like what you explained and looked in that camera and said, that I want to be a team. I want to move as a unit Neither one of us could look left or right without each other. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to do it by myself, but what you said, sometimes it's hard for the other person to understand certain things if they're not doing it, or if they're not, like, it's really hard. It's hard. That's what I'm gonna say. It's hard, but
She blushing, right? I told you to get them DMs. Get them DMs.
No, stay out of them, please. Listen, it's hard if two people are not heading in the same direction and growing and willing to grow together and do the necessary steps that they need to do, because you guys are gonna go like this. And when you guys go like this, I don't know how the woman is, but this woman right here, when y'all go like this, what else more can you tell me? What more else can you say to me?
That's just a Sagittarius, man.
Like, there's no way you should outgrow your partner. Y'all need to grow together. So I most definitely want to move in a unit together. I want to build. Like, that's what I want. When you see Jay-Z on stage with Beyonce, she don't even start singing till he say, "You ready, B? Go get him, B."
Yeah, facts.
Like, yeah.
But now, 6-figure strategist, right? What would you say to the people right now?
Mm-hmm.
And then with your website about to launch, what would you give to the people or say to the people to either follow, connect, learn from, and how to get in touch with you?
That's a great question. So, 6-figure strategist is on the platform of Instagram, 6-figure strategist _ Also, you will see where it says Neisha Crockett too as well. Facebook, 6-figure strategist. TikTok, 6-figure strategist. The best way to get in contact with me, honestly, if you go to the website, you could email any questions. If you wanted to book me, you can book me through there. You'll fill out the questionnaire. But the 6-figure strategist is a program to where I help beauty brands take their business to 6 and 7 figures through sales and marketing strategies, forthcoming digital products too as well. I help people start off, it doesn't matter whether you're just starting off, you're seasoned in your business, you're feeling stuck, you ran out of strategies, you need ideas, you want more income, you want to maximize everything. I help you take your business to the next level. I'm looking for those that are willing to take their business to the next level. I'm looking for the ones that's no excuses, just execution. I'm looking for the ones that have started their businesses and failed and ready to get back going, because it's possible. I done had multiple failed businesses. So I want you to know that just because you feel that this business has failed, typically do you feel that the business has failed, or you haven't did what you needed to do for the business? And if you need to do what you need to do for the business, which you need to do, I need you to contact me at 6-figure strategist, and I'll be able to help you take your business to the next level.
Y'all heard it, right? I just want to add one more thing.
Go ahead.
So what I did is I created a community, and in my community, it's called the Accountability Community. Real Shit Let's Talk Accountability Community. What this community does is that I hold you accountable as I show the process of me holding myself accountable. Starting tomorrow, on a Monday, I will do daily affirmations, and I'm also looking for more people to come in and just sell their story in the hopes of connecting the dots for help. And after that, I have a paid community as well, and it'll be like on the WAP app, and then we dive in, and I have like a 21-day, but it's really 3 months accountability community that will be paid for. But on Facebook, I'm building that up for the free, so that I can give great books to read, great quotes that came to me that day. Even if I'm having a shitty day, I'm not gonna get on there and curse nobody out, but I'll get on there and just be like, today, this is an effort type of day, so that you know it's the real me. I'll post little clips in there of things such as this. I'll post little clips in there, but I wanna build it. So that's giving something for the free to the masses. And also, just real quick, when you join this paid community, people pay attention to what they pay for. So once you join, I'm going to give you everything that I have, and then my friend here, friend D Boogie, like they'll probably come in every now and then. Hey, I just want to tell y'all, hey, I'm running this mentorship and photography. Hey, I'm running this 6-figure strategy, and I got a person that helps you with credit. But you need to join this community, not only because it's free, but because it's for the masses. Anybody 21 and above, hey, it's all free, but anybody and everybody can join. And again, I want to thank you for just giving me the time of day, because you had 1,000,001 things. I heard your schedule be crazy. So I'm trying to be like you, flying and touring and flying.
Oh my goodness.
But hey guys, you can find me at Real Shit Let's Talk podcast on all social media platforms, as well as Apple Music, Spotify, iHeart, Amazon Music, and this, that, and the third. And I'd like to say thank you to D Boogie. I'd like to say thank you to my family and friends and my community. Like I said, follow me at Real Shit Let's Talk podcast. Follow 6-Figure Strategist. Hey, we out. Thank y'all.
Say something.